I'm starting my own journey in old school RuneScape. First time I played RuneScape was about 16 years ago. Mostly focusing on RuneScape 3, but today, that changes. I already have an account with most of the quests done, except for the Grandmaster ones. So let me show you how I got my Questscape. I've decided to start with while Guthix sleeps. And actually I think I've done this quest before, but it's been so long that I don't remember a single thing. This is gonna be almost like doing it for the first time. Yeah, it actually took me like 10 seconds to get my first death. Guess I'm not starting Hardcore Iron Man anymore. Yeah, this time I actually killed him. Good job. I'm trying to kill this Black Knight for a minute and I don't understand why I'm not dealing damage and look. Protection prayer zone and I'm such a noob. Here's my final attempt on killing Balance Elemental, and you need 3 combat styles to kill him. On my first 2 attempts I was trying to switch gears, but it was just too overwhelming, so I decided to use Void instead. And look, my prayer switching is actually on point. Hey, and actually kill him. Tormented Demon Fight actually felt a lot harder. I didn't know what to expect and how their attacks looked. But by some miracle, I killed them and that's quest done. Okay, now it's time for the Song of the Elves. Quest is not really hard, but it's definitely long. Up until the last boss fight it was pretty easy, but then I really started to struggle. It took me a lot of attempts, each one took me about 8 minutes. She kept healing so much and honestly, I feel like I got lucky at the end. But I did it. And Song of the Elves? Completed. I feel like Monkey Madness is probably one of the easier quests to do. Look at this guy. He can't even touch me. Easy. So this part of the quest is probably where I struggled the most, with both of them hitting me at the same time with 2 different attacks. I'm still new to prayer switching and it just felt like so much was happening at once, and it took me a couple of tries, but I ended up killing them all. Glove Fight is actually quite simple. It's so easy to get him stuck between 2 walls and slowly damage him down. Well, except for phase 2, he just kept going back and I couldn't understand why. And it turns out all I had to do was swap to long range. And from there, fight was same as phase 1. And phase 3 is not as hard as you may think it is. It's still safe spottable and you attack, go back to lose aggro and repeat. Super easy fight. And that's it for the quest. Dragon Slayer 2 features 2 boss fights, Vorkit and Galvik. They're super fun to learn and I truly enjoyed the challenge. I killed Vorkit on my second attempt with the rune crossbow. I made some mistakes, but I definitely can't wait to learn this boss and get on the grind. Galvik is one of my favorite quest bosses. It was the perfect balance. Not too easy and not too hard, with each phase adding something new. The firewall kept me on my toes and with some practice, I managed to take him down. And that's of course, another quest done. It's time for Desert Treasure 2. It was hands down the hardest quest I ever done. It took me a total of 16 hours to complete. So let me show you how it all went. Vardorvis has 4 special attacks: Swinging Axes, Homing Spikes, Head Projectile, and Virus Cells. From what I learned, it's usually better to tank Swinging Axes and focus on blocking the Head Projectile. If you miss that one, your prey protection gets disabled and then everything just gets too complicated. It took me 3 attempts to take him down and honestly, once I got the hang of his attacks, I found Vardorvis to be one of the easier bosses in the quest. Timing is everything with him, especially when it comes to prioritizing head projectiles to keep prey protections up. Here's a look at my final successful kill and what worked best for me. Leviathan was actually a really fun boss to learn. He has 3 special attacks and uses all 3 regular attack styles, so there's a lot going on. But with some practice, it's not too hard to take him down. I probably didn't have the best approach during his enraged phase, but I got the job done, and for now, I can say goodbye to him. Duke must be easiest boss out of all 4. Everything just feels so intuitive. He has 4 attacks, but as long as you stay behind the pillars, you're pretty much safe, and then you have plenty of time to heal up. And one thing that probably makes this boss easy is that you don't have to prayer switch. What else can I say? First try. And now, it's time for the Whisperer. Whisperer has multiple phases, each one getting harder as you go, mainly because you have to prayer switch constantly. It also has 4 Shadow Realm attacks, which I found pretty manageable, and honestly, they're probably the best time to eat and restore prayer. Whisperer was definitely the hardest boss. I died so many times to what now seems like simple mistakes. And in the enrage phase, I was mostly just running around hoping for some good hits and barely managed to kill the boss. But I did it, and now enjoy the fight. I've finally done it. I got the Questscape. Every single quest in the game is completed. This is something I've dreamed about since the first time I played RuneScape. I was a little worried when Desert Treasure 2 came out, but now, knowing I can actually take down some bosses, I'm ready for even more challenge. Next up, I'll focus more on skilling and knocking out some achievement diaries. See you on the next episode.